work every day. We have our disagreements, of course, but before we reach for hate, always remember the Titans. This is a quote from the film Remember the Titans, and it shows the essence of the whole film. There is conflict between the blacks and the whites, and also conflict management shown in how they manage to make it work every day. So a very good morning, a very good afternoon everyone. My name is Zaki, and allow me to introduce the rest of my group. This is Jiahua, Huiyang, Minh, and last but not least Samuel. Okay, so today we'll analyze this film titled Remember the Titans to depict conflict management, which is the topic for our presentation. So what is conflict? Conflict can be defined as a struggle between groups with opposing needs, values, or beliefs, and result in opposing views. Next. Conflict management is the practice of identifying and managing the conflict in a fair and efficient manner. Okay? So why do you choose this film for our case study? We chose this film because not only is there conflict shown between the characters in the film, there is also effective conflict management, which we have identified and will analyze later on. Okay, so before we go on into the analyzing the conflicts, here's a brief summary of the movie for those who haven't watched the movie. Okay, so the film is based on a true story set in the state of Virginia in 1971, and revolves around the T.C. Williams High School football team, and known as the Titans. At the time, racism was a big issue there, and the students were actually segregated racially into different schools. So this film shows the period of time when the students were integrated into a single mixed-race school. Okay, so following that, there were racial tension within the community, and it was made worse when the senior head coach, who is a white man, was replaced by a black coach. Okay, so replaced by a black coach. So throughout the season, the Titans struggled with racial tension within the team, and however they eventually managed to overcome this, and eventually managed to win the state championship, and in the process managed to unify the whole city. So as you can see, this film has a main theme of racism, and that is the main cause of the conflict in the film. So coming back to our presentation, we have highlighted two segments of the film in which to depict the conflict shown. Okay, the first segment is during the team camp when the players just got to know one another, and the second segment is after the camp when the players are relatively united, but they were faced with intense pressure from sections of the community who are still unaccepting of the new racial integration in the school. So here's the presentation outline from here on. Okay, so we will have Jiahua, who will talk in greater detail of the conflicts during the camp, following which Huiyang will elaborate more on conflicts after the camp. So Minh will be analyzing and evaluating the conflicts based on the 5 response modes that we have learned in this course. And finally, Samuel is going to show how this case study can apply to our local context, and we'll wrap up our presentation. So here's a short clip to show the conflicts during the camp, which Jiahua will elaborate on later. Thank you.
So what I got to say, you really don't want to hear, because honesty is too high for your priorities, man.
Honesty? You want honesty? Alright, honestly, I think you're nothing. Nothing but a pure waste of God given talent. Listen to nobody, man. Not even Dr. Boone. Ship and push on the line every time, man, you blow right past them. Push them, pull them, do something. You can't run over everybody in this league. And every time you do, you leave one of your teammates hanging out to dry. Me in particular.
Why should I give a hoot about you? Huh? Or anybody else out there? You want to talk about a race, you captain, right?
Right.
Captain's supposed to be the leader, right?
Right.
You got a job?
I have a job.
You doing your job?
I've been doing my job.
Then why don't you tell your white buddies to block for red better? Because they have not blocked him from a blunt nickel, and you know it. Nobody plays, yourself included. I'm supposed to wear myself out for the team? What team? No. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look out for myself, and I'm going to get mine.
That's the worst attitude I ever heard.
Attitude is great leadership.
Thank you, Zaki. Now I'm going to the detail about the movie. As you can see just now, the scene is happening during the training camp. And we can definitely see that there are conflicts between the white and black. So what's the cause of conflict? As Zaki has mentioned, it's due to racial difference. So the whites think they are superior than the black, and the difference in thought leads to a conflict between the two groups of people. As you can see in the pictures, the white and black do not talk to each other, they refuse to stay with each other, and they even fight with each other. Next. So how do they solve the problem? Although there are conflicts between the black and white players, the coach won't treat everyone the same. He said in the movie, you drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss the blocking assignment, you run a mile. And during the training, one of the black players dropped a ball and he asked him to run a mile, regardless of his race. So this shows how fair he is. The situation gets better when this white guy plastic having his lunch with his black teammates instead of his white friend. The black teammates asked him why not to eat with his white friend, white people. He said, I don't have any people, I'm with everybody. This shows he's really have good relationship with both black and white. Then the coach won't ask him about his black teammates. Surprisingly, he knows everyone very well, even his roomie's underwear color. So the coach won't then ask everyone to spend time with their teammates of a different race and to learn everything about him, his family, his likes, his dislikes. By that time, that's the time where everyone starts to understand each other. So finally, during a night training at 3 a.m., Coach Boone bring everyone to Gettysburg, where the Battle of Gettysburg took place. The coach reminded everyone that how people fight against their enemy, how the young people at their age died during the battle, but they're still fighting among themselves. Everyone was very guilty, and they become united. They eat together, they cheer together, and they play together as a team. That's the beginning of the legend. So let me summarize the whole story to have a clear picture. So the cause of a conflict is racial difference, and through fairness, communication, and understanding, the conflict between the black and white is solved. So now I will pass the next speaker, Huiyang, to talk about the conflict they're facing after the camp.
Thanks, Jiahua, for details on the camp. So after camp, all of the Titans come to the real world again, and everything has changed. Because there is still great conflict between white and black in the real world. And at the first day of school, people even come to the school to protest against the racial integration. This really affects the relationship between Titans. For example, the captain of the Titans, his girlfriend refuses to shake hands with his black friend, and his mother even forbids him from going out to play basketball with his black friends. On the other side, the teammates of Titans want to celebrate a victory after a very hard game. However, when they come to the restaurant, the owner of the restaurant refuses to serve them a black guys. The black guys feel really ashamed of this. And this kind of things keeps on happening everywhere in the team, everywhere in the school. And sometimes it could even be a fight. And let's see a video clip to find out how bad the situation is.
I don't see any livestock around here, so I don't know what you're talking about.